Senate President Franklin Drilon believes President Aquino, as chairman of the ruling Liberal Party, will endorse a candidate who can pursue his reform agenda in the 2016 elections. According to Drilon, even DILG Secretary Mar Roxas, who was in third place behind Senator Grace Poe and Vice President Jejomar Binay in the recent presidential preferential surveys, could be the president's choice as LP standard bearer. Meanwhile, alliances are reported to be high in the agenda of a supposed dinner meeting involving Secretary Roxas and Senator Cheese Escudero. Here's Freddie Abando with the details.
It was reported in one of the country's major dailies that President Aquino, Local Government Secretary Mar Roxas, and Senators Grace Poe and Francis Escudero will meet for dinner tonight to discuss alliances for the 2016 elections. But then Budget Secretary Abad was not aware of such meeting. Abad is one of the closest advisors of the President. If the report is true, the dinner is now in progress.
What's the meeting tonight? I don't know what we're meeting tonight.
No, with the President. And, Senator.
For the past several weeks, the possible team-up of Local Government Secretary Mar Roxas for President and Senator Grace Poe for Vice President has been a hot topic. So far, Senator Poe, in the company of Escudero, has not committed despite having met recently with the President in Malacanang. For now, Abad said it's the call of Poe to decide which way to go. Abad has been saying a Roxas Poe tandem is a roadmap to sustain the gains of the country under the Aquino administration for 12 more years.
That remains to be seen because, Senator really expressed her definite decision to seek higher office. So she has to make that decision soon because otherwise it's all speculation.
So everything right now is speculation?
Of course, yeah.
Party leaders and members of the Liberal Party are confident Secretary Roxas is the anointed candidate of the President. The party's Executive Council beard the announcement will come after the President delivers his State of the Nation address before a joint session of Congress on July 27. Speaker Feliciano Belmonte, in a press conference on June 8 of this year, Secretary Roxas should not only rely on the President's endorsement to boost his bid for the presidency. This week, Belmonte reiterated the challenge to Roxas in a bid to improve his rankings in the surveys. Senator Grace Poe leads, although Roxas has been gaining ground despite having not declared his bid for 2016. Today, in one of the major dailies, a nationwide multi-sectoral group of people's organizations all over the country launched MAR in a full-page ad, and it stands for Movement for the Advancement of Reforms. It's a battle to push the continuity of the Aquino reforms with Roxas at the helm.
Secretary Mar is busily meeting as many as he could of political leaders, LP or not, but of course starting with the LPs, and asking for their full support and so forth. Pero at this stage, that's what he's doing, and he should be doing that. I wouldn't want to be a candidate that there's somebody else who's for me, somebody else making the decisions for me or anything. Mar has to make the decisions for himself. He cannot just say, I'll do whatever the president says. We don't like that kind of a president. We want a president who makes up his own mind. So he has to make up his own mind. He has to assess his own chances, and he has to do his work of enticing leaders, not only of the LP, but of other parties or even non-partisan people. That's what I expect from him, and that's what I think he.
Congressman Winston Castelo said it may be wise for Secretary Roxas to consult with Speaker Belmonte to ensure his full support. Since the Speaker heads the ruling majority and was elected the President of the League of Cities in the Philippines when he was still Mayor of Quezon City, Castelo stressed the Speaker packs a formidable political clout all over the country that will help Roxas to win in 2016. Mindoro Congressman Rinaldo Umali is confident the ruling majority in the House will close ranks with the Liberals to support Roxas.
We are still waiting for the of a president. Pero what is important here is the critical support of the Speaker. Because let me point out that the Speaker is not only the head of Congress. He is the leader also of the coalition, a coalition of different political parties. Nandun yung NP, nandun yung NUP, at nandun yung iba-iba pang mga coalition. At it is also worthy to note that not only is he Congress, not only is he head of the coalition, but he has also established a lot of political friendship on different political parties. That alone, would tend to believe that the Speaker would have a lot of political influence over them.
Yung weight of the President's recommendation has always been there. Alam niyo naman yon. Pag si Presidente na humirit sa amin, hindi naman kami makahindi kasi alam namin the President means so well, and so when you mean well, you can. And so we would go for the wish of the President because we know that he means well, and we will never go wrong that way.
For the People's Television Network, this is Freddie Abando reporting.